Hello, everyone. Welcome to the RTV radio show.
RTV in the building.
RTV, of course, stands for
Restoring the Village. Radio.
RTV stands for Restoring the Village. We are so excited to be here to talk about things that are going on in our city. We try our best to, provide a positive platform and also to spotlight great people that are in our community. We do have another guest on this evening, which we're excited about. We do want to say hi to Tasha. She's not here today. As you see, we'll kind of rotate, but we are a great team, and I'm so grateful for our team. So shout out to Tasha. So today we have a community spotlight. This is an amazing woman. For a couple of years, we've been just connecting. I've seen her perseverance, her commitment, her dedication, and I think this is going to be a great topic because we're going to talk about her involvement in the schools and how she's helping our youth and how she's incorporating art and teaching them how to cook and everything.
We need to bring home economics back to
that's what we're going to. Well, you'll hear all that she's doing. And she also has a upcoming fundraiser coming up September 28th.
Get your coins ready.
But what she does is amazing. She feeds the community every Sunday. But I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. And again, we want to spotlight amazing people, and we have an amazing individual here that is a community leader in my district.
Shout out to the 4th district.
4th district. So hello, we have Carolyn Anewich here, and I would like for you just to introduce yourself and thank you for being our guest for today.
Thank you. I don't have to say anything you already said.
I tried to give a little.
Carolyn, this is me. Okay.
She said she was shy, but she is not a shy individual. I love her.
No, not when I'm talking one-on-one, but like all this stuff, yeah, kind of, sort of. Okay, so where do I begin? First off, the thing that's most near and dear to my heart is Soul Kitchen. It is it's a mission of Governors Presbyterian Church, which is on 5828 York Road.
Okay.
Like kind of if you know where like the Senator Theater is, it's like that big old church that's next to it.
Okay.
Like the original part was built in 1844. So.
Damn, 1844.
I
wasn't even an idea.
Me neither. But anyway, so what we do, this was started about 8 years ago with people that I don't even think I was even, I was living anywhere. And they started doing it once a month. And then it got pretty popular, so they went to twice a month. And then when I decided, I joined it. I started volunteering because it was my birthday, and I wanted to do something for me.
Okay.
And so it was like
serving others, doing something for you. They made your spirit rich.
You know, I had my transplant, my kidney transplant, like a year before that. I was feeling good, but I had no connection to the community at all.
Okay.
So I volunteered.
Okay.
And from that, in the past 5 years, I'm now a member of the church. I'm also an elder of the church.
Nice.
I preached a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
And, tell me about that.
Yes. And I, with my pastor, Tom Harris, we run Soul Kitchen.
So Soul Kitchen feeds about how many people you think every Sunday?
Anywhere between 50 and 80, depending on how many people come. Sometimes it's Sunday. Every Sunday, 52 weeks a year.
And which time they get to sit at the table, it's like home.
It is. It truly is a community meal. I mean, soup kitchens are good.
So is it like family style, like everybody like pass something around, or they still go through like
everybody? With health code regulations and everything else like that.
Oh yeah, true.
You can,
True.
So what we do is we have real tablecloths. We have real plates and knives and forks and plates.
Nice.
I just said the plates, but but it's real. It's like going to your mom's for dinner on Sunday. That's what I try and
Getting
do.
everyone at the table like the good old days.
No, totally. It's that's it. I mean, the volunteers that I have come, I encourage every single one of them that they come out. Everybody sits down and eats. We all wear name tags. We can all address each other over a table, just like, I mean, Jesus' best preaching was, sitting down with a person over a table and sharing a meal, and that's what we do.
So, question. So, what inspired them? 'Cause this is I see it's the 8th annual fundraiser, so that means they've been doing the Soul Kitchen for 8 years?
Yeah.
So, what inspired it? Like, what made them decide to attack, like, I guess, food insecurity in our community?
In the 4th District, especially along the York Road corridor, there are a lot of homeless. There are a lot of people that are low income. There are a lot of people that just need some help.
Okay.
And so it was originally started, like I said, as a once-a-month thing.
Okay.
It was started by a lady in my church and one of her neighbors.
Okay.
And her daughter was like, we
Got to do something. Right.
Got to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just grown from there because with the greater amount of food insecurity, the greater amount of people that don't have jobs, that I mean, even if it's a matter of, somebody's got 5 kids, and they want to give them a good meal. So the 5 kids and the parents come up and they all sit down. They all get they all get take homes. They get seconds.
Nice.
It's not really aimed at any one
Right.
population.
Right.
It's
Absolutely. The community. Right.
The community helps cook it. I mean, I'm the head chef, but we have volunteers. We have volunteers that come from, Ascension Lutheran that's in Towson,
Okay.
Roller Park Presbyterian.
Okay.
I have some Zeta girls that come and volunteer sometimes.
Okay, shout out to the
I
Zetas.
have they're awesome. I wish I could get them more. The pastor in the church that rents out our sanctuary space
Okay.
after we do, he comes. I mean,
Okay.
I go to his house for Christmas now. That's how good friends we've gotten
Nice.
through Soul Kitchen.
Nice.
And so we just all come together. We all cook. And
Fellowship,
It
cook,
is,
and
it
it's it's always good to fellowship over meals. You know what I mean? Because you can meet with people and try to service them, but if their belly not filled or their mind is not fed, it's like kind of hard to penetrate that. So do y'all offer like other like wraparound services when the people are eating with you guys? Like, do they have like opportunities to engage with people that may have employment opportunities in the community through you guys' network or anything like that?
we kind of like fit a niche that wasn't being fulfilled.
Okay.
Now my pastor just started having week before last, started having a Bible study for people, for our guests that want to come in and talk, and that worked really good.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's part of what he does. I'm kind of in the kitchen.
Okay.
But we do that. I have people that donate clothes,
Okay.
especially like in the wintertime.
Absolutely.
I get a lot of, I always am looking for sleeping bags for the homeless people that we have that come in that, don't go to shelters, that
Right.
just need, I know that, it's better than getting frostbite.
Absolutely.
And actually, it's the community itself that does the connecting.
Okay.
I mean, there was one guy in particular, he had a scooter, and this one lady, she just didn't want to admit that she needed one. Oh no, I don't need it. But he convinced her. He helped her to do the paperwork. He helped her, and like a month later, she came in with
That's
this
what's
brand
up.
new scooter.
That's what's up.
And I think that the people that know where to go, who to talk to,
Right.
I think they're the best ones to do that.
Absolutely.
Through the years, I've learned, but it's still, it's people going through the same thing. I think those are the people that you trust the most.
Yeah, and they can give you the resources directly because you actually seen them, you actually utilize the resource.
Exactly.
Right. That's
exactly.
true. Yeah, I agree. Well, that's amazing. I mean, because it's one thing to, like you said, feed people with the soup kitchen model, but it's another thing to have people sit down family style, maybe not necessarily family style passing around the food, but being able to sit down and just fellowship and talk with people, calling each other by their first name and stuff like that, because a lot of times people forget about that. It's very important.
There's so many people in my community that are faceless, that are nameless, and whether it's
so
to come for it's
she gets it.
it's whether I have people that have money, but they come for the socialization. They need to get. We have we have 3 older senior center communities right by us.
Okay.
I have addicts. I have homeless. It don't matter.
How far are you guys from the recovery garden?
It's not too far. Well, we're still. Let's see. Precious's stuff is down. We're like right by the Staples in Northern Parkway.
Oh, okay.
So
I know
you go
exactly
down,
where you are.
It ain't that far down to get down.
Yeah, I know exactly where you are.
To Glenwood.
Okay.
Stuff. No, and we also do a lot of work with down in that neighborhood in the Alhambra.
I love what they're doing in that recovery garden. Like, I think that recovery garden, cool. I think that is. I've been to a lot of community gardens in Baltimore, and that by far feels like the most community garden in the sense of, like you said, community. Like, it's things are planted by the people in the community. They come cut the grass. They come tend to it. They protect it. They eat off of it. So it's just so many different things that I'm just glad that you guys are in the same district and kind of like doing multitude of things at the same time.
We feed a lot of the people that are clients of Glenwood Life. I consider Precious a friend.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Shout
out to Precious.
She works her.
Hey.
She works her butt.
Yes, she does.
Really, and all the schooling that she went into, so she could come back.
A master gardener. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. So let's transition into one, we want to get back to the fundraiser.
Yes.
But let's talk about some of being that back to school started today, and we were having kind of like a off-air conversation about things that are going on in the schools, all positive, and some things that are challenges that we need to address as a community. So I know Angie was mentioning that you do things with children as far as food in schools or something like that.
Yes.
And art.
Last year, I partner. Well, she kind of like. She employs me, but there's no money. But
hey, welcome to the school system, Baltimore people that are listening.
No, it's like I so agree with what her mission is.
Right.
Her mission is giving the children of Baltimore City schools the knowledge, to be able to feed themselves and be able to feed their families healthy, low-cost food.
Absolutely.
So the program is called, it's an after-school program at Govins, and I'm pretty sure, they had the Guilford camp, had it during the day, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to be in Guilford schools this fall as well. It's an after-school program. It's called Be a Chef for a Day.
Okay.
And
have you not heard?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah, now that
and that's Monica, and I love that woman. I do. She's the only.
Shout out to Monica.
Shout out to Monica.
We doing all kind of shout outs.
Shout out to Monica.
Let me just tag her as well.
Yes. I don't know if she's back from Italy yet.
So how long have you guys been part, or how? So is this you solely dealing with at the school, or is this part of the Soul Kitchen merging?
This isn't part of Soul Kitchen.
Okay.
This is other stuff that I do.
Okay.
So the teaching the kids how to cook, that's a part of Be a Chef for a Day.
Okay.
And there's other stuff that I do as well, like I have volunteered at Guilford Elementary, working with probably kindergarten to 4th grade.
Okay.
And doing art projects and trying, because Guilford is kind of like, it's not the best school and it's not the best area, and I think a lot of the kids that go to that school are kind of like that forgotten thing. Kind of like helping people that are forgotten by others. But
I love it.
I go in and I help the art teacher, Kirsten. She is so cool. We just clicked like the first time that I ever met her. And I have an art degree.
Okay.
So it was like, I want to do something with this too, and I want to help Baltimore City schools. So work with the kids with art. It's not like, I'm not teaching and I'm not doing Kirsten's job. I could not do that. Hey, Kirsten. But
shout out to Kirsten. Shout out to Kirsten.
we shout out everybody today.
I'm saying hi to everybody.
And you said Guilford. She's an art teacher.
She's a Guilford. Yeah.
Okay.
And so anyway, I help her out by helping the kids out, and through my work with the community, I know a lot of those kids. I work, my church, Governors Presbyterian Church, they help to run a summer camp every year in Alhambra Park for kids that live in that area. And we do that, and I run the art tent. And, it's more like we do projects, we do a bunch of stuff, but it's a lot of art therapy, too.
That's huge, especially with all the trauma we have. In our communities, art therapy is very,
I mean, I can, I've got purple and pink and blue hair.
It looks cool. It looks cool.
Thank you. But it's like through working with the kids every year, I've got kids that started out this big and now they're this big, but there's still that same respect between
Absolutely.
us.
I was telling Angie today, like I've seen students that I taught. And now they're in the 10th grade, 11th grade, 9th grade, 8th grade. And, just to see them grow up and to see them become who I envisioned them to be when I was pouring into them.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing to see. And, kids are still going to make their mistakes. They're their own individual person. But sometimes when you project that positive energy on them, like that belief, like that's where it starts at, like the belief aspect. Like our children just need the belief. It ain't the hope. It's the belief part. They got to believe in themselves because if they hope, like how we've been hoping for things to get better in our schools and hoping for our city to get better, it's up to you as an individual. So when they get people such as yourself, myself, and other positive educators and influencers such as Angie to come in and, pour into them, it's very good to see them. So what made you get your start? Like what inspired you to really, like you said you got a degree in art.
I have a degree, but more than anything, I remember the art teachers that I had in school, and they truly did help to shape who I wanted to be and what I aspired to do. And yes, with the actual, I'm making something that looks cool or whatever, but just with the support. And with the, Carolyn, you can do this. This is really cool, and that's what I try and do.
So, what was your discipline? Like, what was your discipline?
Oh Lord, I ended up going to University of Colorado Boulder CU.
Okay.
For ceramics.
Okay.
So I worked on the wheel a lot and a lot of sculptural stuff. Before that, I did bronze work.
Okay.
I did figurative sculpture. I still make jewelry and I sell that. And and then I did 2 years of graphic arts. It's just kind of like.
So how has art helped you? Cause it seemed like
it's who I am. Yeah. It's okay, I'm not doing as much personal artwork, but when I cook,
that's art.
When that meal is done,
that's art.
That is my art.
Yeah,
facts. How much better can you do to create something if you've procured everything to make it and you've worked on it and pretty much Saturday and Sunday and you work on it and you present it and instead
and you
of
watch your dream is being fulfilled. It's fulfilling everything. The community is eating, everything. So that is just the amazing part of it.
Sorry, Angie, I mean that.
No, I was just saying it is amazing because all of the work you do, and then it's just like doing planning an event. Once it's done, you sit back. As much as you're tired, you sit back and say, especially when it's something you love to do, and the youth. I mean, I've seen Carolyn with our youth face painting or just yeah. Hey, it's one coming up.
Yes, I know.
I do that one, but just to see that, and as you said, you can impart something in our youth, and even if you don't think they get in there, you see it later, and the respect is going to be there because you're nurturing them, not just with food, but just giving them love.
Exactly.
And even with the face painting, there's a lot of people that oh, okay, I'm going to paint a butterfly in your, but I don't do that. I sit down and I'll talk with the child and I'll what are you? Who are you inside?
Aww.
And would you stop?
No,
and it's
so serious. And when I'm saying all because just like Brother Nat said, the trauma, art.
It's art, art, good food.
So much.
Yeah. Music therapy, all that.
It's all, this is what, I've made children into waterfalls, or where it's just water everywhere. I've made children into forests, into grass. Just what is inside of you, what wants to come out, what what maybe you're not able to bring it out yet, but what can I put on your face that says yes, this is me.
Right, I love it.
And then you're beginning the conversation, because there could be trauma. I remember talking to people that once they started even face painting or helping to cook, you're having conversation with that youth now. And now you may know that I don't live home with my mom. We don't have a home, whatever it may be, right? And that's where Brother Nance talks about the wraparound service, because then we can offer that maybe as a resource, maybe some vendors to be there, or tables, or connecting them to someone, because now we know what the problem is. But we wouldn't have known it if the food wasn't there or the face painting wasn't there, because they're not open and just talking.
Or even having like literature of the community resources such as the Recovery Garden, and I'm pretty sure most people know about it in the 4th District, but someone like myself, I didn't know anything about the Soul Kitchen till today. To be honest with you,
how much I'm telling you, Sunday night, be there at 6:30.
Sunday night, and there's no criteria. You just got to be a human being.
None. You
Love it.
are a person. You are hungry. I open the doors early. Okay, I usually for most of the times I just stay from after service, and then I just finish cooking whatever I've started on Saturday night. But I open up the doors if it's cold outside. You've got a warm place. You've got coffee. You've got hot chocolate. You've got a safe.
Only thing we missing is the Ravens game site.
No, because because if there's big game on, my pastor will go get the TV.
And
we have the TV, and it's
just like home.
Yeah,
it is, and and a lot of times maybe, and it's sad to say, but with some of the kids, it's better than home.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I mean, my main thing in whatever it is that I am doing in this community is to show respect to the people that I am with. I don't care if you're 87. I don't care if you're 2 years old. I don't care. I am like, I'm colorblind. I don't care what you do or what you don't do. If there is something that I can do to help, that's my calling. That's it's just what I got to do.
Love it.
That's what I'm saying. Look, listen.
I love it.
We have conversations, and I'm sitting here like, wow, you're amazing. So I'm so glad you're here on our show. I'm so glad that the viewers are able to hear about Soul Kitchen. I would like to hear more about what they can expect from on that particular day. What day is it? What's going on?
Oh, sorry, I don't want to
Are you doing something? I don't know what
connecting with our DJ over there.
I don't know what he's doing over here.
Give DJ Nikki Nick some information.
So we are.
So let's talk about. What is this?
The fundraiser.
Saturday. Just making sure it wasn't Sunday.
No,
okay, so let's talk about Saturday, September 28th, 7 p.m. Tell us what they can expect. Who can they see? What are your goals? Blah, 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 blah.
And can I see one of the flyers before you?
You sure can. And I even have like other ones too.
Okay, cool. Because I wanted to hold it up while she was.
Okay. They can't really see, but we could probably post it.
Yeah.
I could post it on the page.
It's cool. It's tie-dye,
Hopefully you can see it.
I made it. So.
I don't know. I don't know if they can see it.
What you get to see, number one, oops.
Sorry.
Oh, that's good.
I'll put him in timeout.
It's usually needed. It's like knocking stuff over. Okay, we are so fortunate this year. We have the Charm City Labor Chorus, which is a group of people from Washington, Baltimore, kind of like in the corridor kind of area. And we have had those for them for every single fundraiser that we have done.
Wonderful.
And they are beyond beautiful. They rock. And Daryl Mooch is the one that's in charge. He is a pastor in DC.
Okay.
And
DC Connect.
He is, yes. And his group is wonderful. They sing about social justice. They sing about labor justice. They sing about equal rights for anyone and everyone. And I just love them to death. I do. I mean, last year, like, he sang a song to me, and I like cried and everything. But yeah, I did.
See, that's why.
Because it's just, I mean, the whole group, they understand where we at Soul Kitchen are coming from. You know, and they were on board way before I started, and they just continue to come back every year, and it's wonderful. And
take a picture of it.
Oh, sure. And this year, we kind of have like moved around with having like different opening acts depending. This year we have the New Voice Singers, which I've been like begging them, yes, please, please, please.
Please come, right.
Yes, and New Wave Singers, they rock. They practice at Government Presbyterian, so I get to hear all the stuff beforehand. But they get to like, when I'm in there cooking and doing like new recipes and stuff, yeah, they're very willing to eat the things and see. But anyway, they know it. So we are so fortunate to have both of these choral groups. There's not a lot of instrumentation to it. It's mostly just the human voice.
Nice.
You know, you'll get some piano or you'll get.
And do
like
people just jump in and start singing with them sometimes?
Sometimes they do, depending on if they know the song or not.
Okay.
Tribe City Labor Corps, they have a much deeper background of the songs that they sing. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's some spirituals and stuff that they do that just, I'm telling you, both of these groups, they just do makes you want to cry. It really does, and we are so lucky to have both of them. And then after the concert, everybody gets to go across the little part into Sharp Hall, and we have for our fundraiser, we have a bunch of different kind of baskets and raffles and like a 50-50 thing and stuff like that.
And
50-50. You're gonna have, and you are going to get. I'm thinking about. I keep getting yelled at if I do more than this, but I do like about 51 different appetizers.
Nice.
Like speaking appetizers that myself, my cousin, everybody at Government Press, we all get together and cook.
So it's gonna be really nice.
It really is. It's fun. It's nice. It's a chance to bid on stuff that you want to get anyway, and so you bid a couple bucks more because it's going to an awesome cause.
So all the money goes to the Soul Kitchen?
All of the money goes to Soul Kitchen, yes.
Love it.
And
so do you guys get any like food donations, anything currently, like, or everything is basically just the church and community members providing the ingredients to make the meals?
A lot of the food donations I have to watch because
Yes.
I am serving everybody that is in that kitchen is an at-risk population.
Absolutely.
We have a preschool there, and the people that I am serving are either older, they've got medical issues, they've got addictions, they don't get regular good health care.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tricky with that, what I can take and what I can't.
Right.
I can take like some canned goods and stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
But we are so fortunate enough. We also have I have partnerships with the 32nd Street Market and Waverly Market. So
y'all
I have
getting
people.
some great stuff.
Oh yes.
Yes, y'all getting some great high quality stuff.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I try and like put kale and everything.
Yeah, it's
People
not like
won't
a.
know.
I know because a lot of times with those food pantries or when people give out food, the meat be so like frostbitten and like I had to go through my grandmother's stuff. They be dropping stuff off.
Yeah.
And I go through it. I'm looking
Outdated.
like, what? No.
Okay. Last
So
Sunday.
I'm glad you guys are providing high quality free meals to the community.
That's one of the good things with my training I went through, and I'm a certified food safe kitchen manager and everything.
Okay.
So besides how to cook things and what temperature and everything else, I know what's good, what's not good. Like okay, for example, last Sunday it was kind of like leftovers. So we had chicken legs. We had barbecue chicken legs, and then we had chicken legs like in this like onion kind of mushroom gravy sauce. I had a great big huge giant. I had a great big huge giant thing of curried rice with a bunch of different vegetables in it. And
I'm hungry.
then I did this big pasta dish that had all different, like I used this kind of and all different kind of vegetables and everything else like that. And now I try and have at least one vegan meal when we're there because
shout out to the vegans.
Shout out.
and I will tell you, I make really good vegan mac and cheese. It's affirmed. So
Okay.
I do.
I'll be through one of these Sundays.
So it's to support people that are trying to cut down or not do meat. And my pastor's vegan, but it's also the stuff, it tastes good. So why do you have to have all this animal fat in there? Why do you have to have all this other stuff? We don't use processed food. Some of the people that come and volunteer, we have a relationship with Loyola University and kids from their social justice program. I get 5 or 6 kids per semester, and they come in. It's always like the same kids because they keep signing up because they like me.
They love it.
But they come and I teach them how to cook because we need to have. We need to have the schools. We need to have,
That's what you said, the home.
All hands on deck. Yeah.
I got these girls in college, and it's like I make these deals with them. Okay, I'm gonna, I promise you, I will teach you how to make 5 things before you leave, because they don't know how to cook. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
It's funny because it's the small things that they don't know how to cook. And like you said, we need to show them. So I kudos to you.
Teaching them how to boil an egg.
Yeah, I'm serious.
For real talk.
Yeah.
I just.
And I love what you and Monica is doing with the Be a Chef for a Day. I've seen her actually like make pasta and cut it and slice it.
Oh yeah.
The noodles. I mean, they have you have to go there.
Check them out.
Fourth district.
Fourth district in the house once again. This is the shout out hour on Restoring the Village Radio.
So when Monica come back, we got to do that. But I love I saw the whole process, like make the dough, whatever, the whole I don't know. I got to learn it.
It's not that hard.
But no, it's not. And I just saw how she just sliced it down and made the noodles. I was like, oh my gosh. And it was just wonderful. So even just to show someone that, even the garden, I don't have a green thumb, but even with Precious, I was sitting there like, wow, like just the basic things that we can learn.
I mean.
And then to know that we can grow our food.
Best cucumbers I ever had.
Yeah.
They cucumbers
we
is
have,
awesome.
Every Sunday, I have this lady named Miss Bronny, and she's awesome, and she makes my salad. That is her. That's what she does. She comes.
And she probably looks forward to it.
Yeah. Sometimes she says, "Is there something to do besides the salad?" That I'm like, "Nope, you got to do the salad."
You're good at that.
Yes.
I mean, we have fresh grown vegetables. I buy the vegetables from the market. The tomatoes are coming out of my backyard, or they're coming out of my neighbor's backyard. I mean, it's real food, and it's something that with these 2 groups, they get it. They get what we're doing, and that's why they support us. And I mean,
it's the 8th annual one, so I'm assuming that the community supports the fundraisers too.
They do. We get more people that come every year, which is good because that's more money for us.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
This is our number 1
initiative that you guys are doing.
But now we are a mission of my church, so my church gives us money, and they support it. I mean, it's not like they're not charging me to rent the kitchen, and they're not charging for running the hall, everything else. That's we are it. Bottom line, we are a mission to go.
Right.
But there's I guess not, but there's so much other stuff that goes into it. I kind of have this thing where if anybody's running in the 4th district, they have to come to Soul Kitchen, and it's like I'm not gonna. If
that's like proving grounds. You gotta come to the Soul Kitchen. If you ain't part of the 4th district.
Don't come now.
See, where's Diamond K? Diamond K.
Don't be coming up there now. Just kidding.
See.
Not till Sunday.
You know what? What day? The day that we were down there, was that like Thanksgiving? Was it holiday?
Yep.
Okay.
That was Thanksgiving.
So I love that. We actually got in a circle. We prayed together.
We do
everybody
that.
Say what you're thankful for and all that.
We did.
We do that every Sunday.
Every
Sunday, the pastor, or if it's not the pastor, if he's, on vacation, somebody else comes, we all come out, and everybody comes in a great big huge circle, and we go around and we say, what are we thankful for? And, what's good in our lives? What are we doing? And I love it when they say, I'm so thankful I'm here because I get to eat Miss Carolyn's
cooking. I was about to ask you, what is some what is a memorable moment since you've been involved, like a family, a child, a mother, And
I'm gonna tell you mine too.
And then what's yours, Angie?
I think one of the most memorable things, and it just hasn't happened with one person
Right,
or
right,
one
right.
family.
Right.
Is I mean, I live along the York Court corridor. I live in the 4th District. I shop in the 4th District.
Right.
That's
That's
home.
your hood.
That is, yeah, it is. You know, I mean, that's where I'm at.
Right.
And it's, I don't know. And like,
She like walking up down the street
I do.
late at night
It's-
talking to me. I love it.
I do. And, you know, I love it when I am able, especially like when I volunteer. So I'll be walking from Guilford down, well, not now because it's in Chickapin, but, you know, I'll be walking from Guilford and I'll be walking down to Govins, okay? And I see
You know
people.
what that is?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And
She
so
don't care. I love it.
it's good.
It's going hard.
And so I'll walk down York Road. I have no problem. I mean, that's my neighborhood. This is where I live. These are my neighbors. This is my community. And you know, I'll see people. I'll see somebody that comes so kitchen to eat. You know what? And you know, I'll sit. And we sit down and we talk. You know, a lot of the people open up to me, and so I kind of know like who's, you know, trying to get into rehab or who's doing this or who lost their house or anything. And you sit,
talking.
and it's got nothing to do with anything. Oops, sorry, except for the fact of you're talking one on one. This is a human being. You know, I don't. It's if there's anything else I can stress, that's it. Is that everybody that I see on that street, you know, from the corner boys to whoever's over here begging to whoever's driving by in their car, whatever, they are all people.
Hey, y'all get treated the same way. That's my motto. Yeah,
You do.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, and it's like if you look, you know, on the bottom of this, right? It says, "Please come help us feed the people in our community that need it the most," and that really is what this does. That's what I'm doing this again. That is what this that is what this fundraiser is for, is to help us for Soul Kitchen, you know, to bring more money and to bring more awareness of it, which I think in turn helps to bring more awareness to the problems that we have in the 4th. And you know, here, look at guys, you know what? This is one of the solutions.
Right, it's gonna be a model. Right.
You feed people, you know. I mean, I've been asked to like, well, could you come here and do this for us? You know, and like sometimes I can help some, but you know, this is like my heart.
It's your baby.
It is. It's not. It has become
Your baby.
my baby.
So can people, if they can't make it out on the 28th, are they able to donate through the website at the
Of
bottom?
course.
Yes.
I don't even know her answer, but I want everybody to donate because can you just let them know that even the cost is
It's $20 to come. Okay, with this, you are seeing 2 fantastic groups. You are going to like get to eat till you're like really, really full, really, really good food, and even, you know, and you get to meet and mingle with other members of the community. You know, I mean, you better come.
So Angie, what was your memorable moment of the Soul Kitchen?
Yeah.
you see she hit me. You better go.
Yeah, because you just talked all that gang like nobody else comes around in the
This
4th
is
district.
when a constituents is threatening you on the show. So
It was
I
a
would
nice
say,
threat.
yes, I would say my well, I think I only been there twice though, but I would say the most
You
memorable.
need to come more.
Yeah, I need to come more. So, and then listen, we had a front porch church. It's a lot going on in the 4th.
There is.
It is. So
There
anyway.
is.
Okay, so
There
what was
is.
your favorite
Okay,
moment, Angie?
okay.
What was your favorite moment?
I would say, and I could say this in front of everyone in the world, and this is something I continue to just push for, is that, you know, the 4th district is a very diverse district. And I think the most memorable attending is seeing everyone. And as she stated earlier, it doesn't matter the age or the race or the, you know, whatever that's going on in your lifestyle. They're received with open arms. Sitting there, we prayed together, we sung together, we ate together. And I think that was just a powerful moment to see, you know, everything. You know, we didn't look at religion, color, you know, age, who was doing something just yesterday. It was about coming together as a community. And that's, of course,
That's part of what you. That's part of what you're about to say.
That's
what you represent.
You know, so every time I see that, no matter where I am,
it makes you
it makes me. I posted something that said, if I see someone else post something that says village, it's going to make me smile. And somebody was just like, look, it takes a village. And even though it may seem a coincidence that I'm just saying it more, but I love the fact that we're talking about it. We're trying to be a village and trying to be a community. So that's what stood out to me, is actually going and not knowing, hey, are you going to be received or you're not going to be received, but walk in and it's like, hey, do you need anything? Do you have anything? Let's hold hands. Let's pray. Let's eat together. Are you okay? Did you need anything else? It was just wonderful. A great atmosphere.
It's even, it's just saying, hey.
Right.
You know, it's you responding to this other human being.
Every Sunday at
6:30.
We serve at 6:30.
6:30.
I usually open. Well, if I'm there, the doors are open. You know, I welcome people. You know, they come. Like I said, come. It's a safe place to be. You can come. You can hang out. Every 50, except if it's on New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, she did. She said she
Baltimore is really weird about New Year's Eve.
She doesn't like no.
I mean, I only moved here 11 years ago, but Baltimore's really weird about New Year's Eve. So if it's a Sunday,
I don't like coming out on New Year's Eve either. You know, y'all got y'all little gun.
That's only happened once. But I do want to say, you can go to the church website, which is govanspres.org, GOVANSPRES.org. Okay, the page is going to come up, and there's like going to be this little kitchen thing right there, and it's going to say click on here for tickets. You can click and you can buy the tickets. So in advance, they're $17 instead of paying $20 at the door.
Okay.
You can also, if you
love deals,
scroll down a little bit, there's this place where it says, donations for Soul Kitchen. And you can put in anything you want,
So you can do more. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yes, more. So you can do that. You can also, if you want to volunteer, you can come volunteer, and it's fun. It is. And I'm maybe a little bossy in the kitchen. Like, I'm going to tell you how to cut the onions right.
So you like Chef Ramsay in the kitchen?
Oh, no. It's a church. I can't swear. No way.
I mean the intensity of Chef Ramsay.
Yeah. It's not the intensity.
It's the love behind it, the passion.
It's the love. And I'll tell you something that a friend of mine, Solomon, said. He read, I had a copy of the sermon that I did, and he's come to Soul Kitchen, and he's volunteered, right? And so he read a copy of the sermon that I wrote. He said, Miss Carolyn, he goes, it's just like eating one of your good meals, and it's so, but anyway, okay.
It felt good.
If you want to volunteer, you can go to volunteer at govanspres.org.
That's GOVANSPRES.org.
Yep, and I'm getting ready to add that too.
And you can go there, and so there's a, I'm not sure if there's no, that's just an email address, and you can sign up to volunteer on a particular day.
With tickets.
And let's see, that's it. You can also, you can call the church if you want to become involved with the fundraiser, if you want to become with Soul Kitchen, whatever you would like. And that phone number is 410-435-9188. And then somebody's answer, maybe they might not answer, depends on what time of day. It's extension 12. And you can leave a message, and then this little light goes bing, bing, bing on my phone, and I pick it up. And our regular, any comments, questions, suggestions, shout outs, whatever, is Soul Kitchen at Govans. Is it Govans.org?
Yeah, govanspres.org.
Yes.
And we're going to keep sharing this video. I encourage you, I have already put on your page, but just, share it. All the information will be there. I encourage everyone to be a part of this. We talk about being a village, and we need to be that.
Yes, village is I was telling somebody that village is an action word. Like, It takes a village.
It's a verb.
It's an action.
Not an
$3.99.
So you did give your information about how to contact, how to get tickets. I'm grateful for that. That was actually going to be my next thing. But again, I just want to make sure I have everything here. So you have the Soul Kitchen feeding the community. We've done that.
Sunday 6:30.
Yes, every
Sunday.
Now Sunday at 6:30. That is when we serve.
Yes.
Okay, and then we're doing takeout or seconds at 7. So really get there before 6:30 because I know best laid plans. You want to be there at 6:30 and you don't end up till out of there by about 8:30.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying 6:30. Everybody they get in line and we've got.
But this will go longer.
This thing, yeah, the fun.
Yes,
not this
but
thing,
regular.
for the regular for Soul Kitchen just to come is then.
Yes.
As far as for the fundraiser, the concert starts at 7, and I'm thinking till like 10:30, something like that. By the time we get done with everything else on the other side, it's kind of like you listen to beautiful music and then you just come and buy things and eat stuff and have fun.
Nice.
So please make sure that even if you are not able to come, that you donate to help. Actually, this is just. It's coming out at me, but I love the fact that it says that Soul Kitchen is a free community meal.
Free 99.
Free community meal. I want everyone to know there's no judgment zone. No one's judging you. No one. We just want to be a community. I would love, maybe possibly at one of the Sundays, we can offer some vendors to be there or some wraparound services to be there. Or at another fundraiser, something that we can, bring that together as well.
Type of stuff you're gonna be bringing to your district, Angie.
So that's
what
good.
I'm talking about.
So that's good.
The fourth needs it.
Yeah, the fourth needs it.
So I also want to. We have a few minutes left, but I want to say that Brother Nance. It reminded me of even what Brother Nance is doing while feeding our babies. Look. So I'm not sure if you do know he is founder and owner of the Healthy People Juice, and that's exactly what he is doing as well. Is the nurturing part, feeding our community with some just safe and healthy and all of that. It's just everything, and then showing. He employs our youth. He shows people how to make it. It's just amazing. So even at giving back and taking the youth under his wing, I'm sure he gets a lot. Like he just said, his mentor is doing homework. That is how it starts because he's brung people underneath his wing. Yeah. So I say all that to say that keep doing what you're doing. I mean, it's the 8th annual, so you're doing it. But keep doing what you're doing.
8th annual.
And I'm really I'm really proud of you. And I want to see if Brother Nance can tell you more because maybe there's some way to partner or coordinate.
Yeah, possibly.
I would love to work with you.
Yeah, I would love to.
Anybody that wants to feed people and give people healthy food, please call me.
Yeah, I would love to see how we can collaborate.
So tell Carolyn about yours in a couple minutes we have.
I'm just saying, I would love to see how we can collaborate on some things. Working on a few projects that we can possibly bring over there as far as, because we're a zero waste company, so we're looking to repurpose some of the things that we use to produce our beverages, and we're venturing into salads and smoothies and other different things like that. So I would love to see how we can bring that over to one of those particular Soul Kitchen dinners.
No, that would be fun. Seriously, I try and offer, the people that come, it's not like I make spaghetti every week. We try and offer different choices and teaching, different things. So the first time you tell them it's vegan and nobody wants to eat it, and then the second time you make it, you don't tell them it's vegan.
And
I know. I was gonna say it's some things I didn't know.
Yeah, and then at the end, it's like, yo, this one's vegan. Did you like it?
She says, did she say
Now I'm like, okay, this is vegan. This one, oh yeah, I want that one. That was better.
That's true.
Yeah, I would love to see how we can collaborate. 'Cause like I said, we have a lot of leftover materials, and see how we can make, especially the wintertime coming up, see how we can make some soups together. Or some
I would love
that. Some loaves that they can, bread loaves and stuff they can take from repurposed stuff.
Hey, we've got a big commercial kitchen.
So do y'all do anything else with outsiders outside of you guys with the commercial kitchen, or is it just strictly for
We have at the church, we have renters come in and do different things. Like we've got a kid that comes in that wants to learn how to bake.
Okay.
And he's got some developmental issues,
Okay.
but he comes in and he makes all sorts of stuff, and it's really cool. We have people that rent it, like sometimes people are like catering or doing something for a special event. We rent it out for that.
That's why I'm trying to have the conversation
now that,
going.
that is an asset to the community.
It is because nothing against anybody else in the community, but we don't charge as much.
Yeah.
And it's
What is the price point, if you don't mind sharing?
Well, you gotta talk off.
I don't know. I don't do the running part.
I was gonna say.
The cooking part.
I mean, no, it's cool.
Put you on spot and with everybody
If
looking.
you call this phone number.
All right, let me write that number down. Let me write that number down. 410
Yep.
435-9188 extension 12.
Now extension 12 is for Soul Kitchen.
Soul Kitchen.
And I will get it.
Okay, so
So
this
any
is
of you guys
Oh,
want
I know that was you, Carolyn.
yeah, that's the Soul Kitchen.
She said, of
I am
course.
the one with the password and the red blinking light. So yes, but no.
Hey, I would love to see a little more about that the kitchen piece, because I think that's something
That's
that
what I was trying
I'll
to
hook
get
you up with a
that's
lady
something
named
that-
I'll hook you up with a lady named Myra. She's the one. She's our
District
rental
4.
agent for that.
Come on over.
District 4. I would love to work in I'm working with Precious right now. We're working on some things.
Well, see, you're already in the force, so just
Yeah,
down a
yeah, I
little
need
bit.
to
Come
turn
Myra.
on
the
down. Ease
Yeah.
on down the road.
Ask Precious about my cooking. She can tell you about my cooking.
Is that Precious giving you anything out her garden?
I usually try and buy it from her. So
Yeah.
she sells stuff, some of the stuff from
At the farmer's
community
market,
garden.
yeah.
I'll buy stuff from her from the farmer's market for
Nice,
sure.
nice,
Wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah, she's great because she's got she grows the best herbs.
Yeah, her herbs. I use her herbs in my watermelon juice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we used her herbs for
Were
the
you
sage.
there? No, I don't think you were. Yeah, he had
We
it
had
right from the
sage,
garden.
we had basil, mint from her garden, and fresh watermelon juice.
Basil, watermelon juice. Oh yes.
Yeah, thyme and watermelon.
With some cucumbers in it
Yeah,
too. Like kind of like floating
Floating
cucumbers
on
on
it,
top.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These are the chefs talking.
Got me
now.
thirsty.
Me too. And I'm still hungry. 'cause
Thirsty
I'm-
and hungry. You know, we got the soul kitchen and the healthy people juice. Look at that. And now we can feed an entire community.
Yeah, because
I would
yeah,
love to
yeah,
work
we're gonna definitely talk offline about that.
worry.
Absolutely.
So, I know
Angie the
It's-
connector, Angie Winder,
yeah,
your
yes, I'm the
District
connector,
4
I'm the connector, guys.
connector.
But listen, I know an hour can go really fast, and we are near the end. I want everyone to know that we are just here, again, to just provide a positive platform. We are so grateful for Carolyn being our special guest to talk
Absolutely.
about
Thank
Soul
you for coming.
Kitchen. Most definitely for the 4th District. I want to, again, just thank you. And if you just want to give a last plug to just see if anyone... provide your information of how people can contact you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That would be great in a little
Yes.
minute.
Okay, it is at 7:00 on September 28th. Okay, this month. All right, just in case you're thinking I like doing it real early or anything. Okay, if you want to buy tickets in advance, it's Govans Press, GOVANSPRES.org. Okay, on the page, it's going to click up, and there's a Soul Kitchen thing. Looks like this little one right here, if you can see this. And just there's like a thing that says here. Just click on the here thing, and you can buy tickets and you can donate. You could buy tickets and donate both. You can
You do both.
Yes,
but make
you
sure
can.
you share it as well. Spread the word so we can get it out.
Please, Angie did this, so this is going to be on
Yeah, I just
your
shared
website.
it as well.
Please, just share this. It's tie-dye. It'll shout out at you.
Yeah.
Okay. Need more information, questions, anything else like that? 410-435-9188, extension 12. Leave a message. My little light will go bink, bink, and I can get back to you. Okay. And if you would like to volunteer for Soul Kitchen, if your group would like to volunteer for Soul Kitchen, it is a plug-in mission.
Okay.
You really don't have to do anything more than learn how to wash your hands and put on gloves
And get busy.
and get busy, and that's it. And it's it's community, it's love, it's respect. And to do that is the email is volunteer VOLUNTER @govanspres.org.
Thank you so much.
Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you again for being our guest. I'm gonna let Brother Nance. No, come on.
You can close this out.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in each and every Tuesday. You know, the best of radio shows.
Yes, we don't have good days to create them.
Oh, now he want to do the little plug.
I was going.
So he gonna do that.
No,
but Restoring the Village project is an amazing initiative, and we thank you so much for always tuning in, sharing, and we'll be here next Tuesday with another amazing guest.
And remember, we don't have good days; we create them.
Have a great one.
Peace and health.
That's nice. That's nice.
I didn't get up 5.